the native slave trades that the Yamasee participated in because they owed a lot of concessions to the British. They couldn't pay their debts. He doesn't talk about that. He doesn't talk about how the Yamasee owed, they were indebted to the British. So the British attacked them.
Dean Gullah.
Anybody with common sense would just
Maroon is going in.
Figure out or research what caused the Yamasee War. Set in stone.
Save me some time.
Just Google it. Even go to Google Scholar. That's where you'll find a lot of big sources at Google Scholar. You know, Yahoo Scholar, Google Scholar. It'll show you what caused the Yamasee War. Very, very simple. What caused the Yamasee War? And it sure wasn't because of slavery. It was because the Yamasee owed their concessions to the British. They couldn't pay their debts. So if the British gave the Yamasee almost something on credit, they owed them for something. You give me something, I'll give you. So what they do? They couldn't pay their debts. They couldn't live up to their expectations, their demands. You know, they wasn't capturing woodland slaves fast enough, perhaps. So they were indebted to the British. And this idiot right here, this fool right here, call himself a Yamasee? Dude, don't you know the history of your people? Do you actually know the history of these people? And you call yourself a Yamasee? They don't talk about that. They don't talk about. I wonder why they leave that out of their narratives.
I was about to drop.
Because there's a lot of. I guess they realize that a lot of black people don't know that. They're not educated enough, or they're not cunning enough to.
See, I ain't the only one that see this shit.
Back and research who the Yamasee were.
See, it's real niggas out here put motherfuckers on blast.
I don't know if Cyrus Jefferson. Are you talking about? You mean Silas? You mean Harris? I don't know. I don't think so. He was not the first governor of the Chickasaws. No, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know that part of the history of Cyrus Jefferson was. Now you may be right, but I don't really know. The only person that you would know, only person that would know that if somebody was a Chickasaw
Maroon,
or perhaps a Choctaw, because I don't know that part of the history of the Chickasaws. I do know that some of their famous chiefs. I'm only speaking of the famous chiefs that I mentioned the names of.
Videos,
but all I'm saying is that,
like,
this guy up here calls himself a fucking chief, and he's not. Okay, that is the reason why he blocked me. See, because I exposed him. There's somebody else on here who's on here who actually exposed this piece of shit. There's a person that's sitting in my live right now who have exposed this guy right here on the top of exposed him. Seiko.
Who's on the live?
He exposed him.
Who is on the live that exposed him?
So you come up here,
I know what you're talking about.
Pushing your weight. And let me tell y'all something. And I've been trying to tell these pretendians all along. Y'all messing with a guy who knows a lot of history, man, about my tribe and most of these woodland tribes. I know very, very much about the history of these tribes. So when y'all try to come up here and lie and claim that you all are indigenous to this land, and you have no story to tell, you have no archaeological, anthropological evidence, you're going to be shit out of luck with me, man. Especially when y'all start telling lies. Just like this guy, Alan, came up here. Alan came up here and told one of the biggest lies I had to laugh at that shit. Oh my God. This guy came up here on my live. He come up here claiming that the Yamasee were protected by a group of African militia men during the 1500s in the Americas, between the 15th and 17th century or 18th century, that a group of woodland tribes were protected by African militia groups. I mean, seriously. This guy gets very, I mean, come on, man. Yeah, I'm the one that's lying, right? Come on up here and explain to me how I'm lying. Come on up here, son. Come on up here. I invited you to come on up here, and I want you to prove to me what I'm lying. Come on up here. And bring your fucking evidence, bring your sources, bring every damn thing. Bring everything you got. Because you're gonna need it. I just sent you an invite. What up here, Ray-Bans? Come on up here, Mr. Ray-Bans. Come on up here. What are you afraid of? You said I'm lying, right? Come on up here. Come on up here and prove me wrong. Come on up here. All you Negroes in the chat who's pushing back, all you wobbles, come on up here. I've invited Gullah, you to Mr. Maroon. What's your name? Dog? Whatever. Come on up here, dog.
Right now.
Come on up here.
And he be cutting their
you
heads
too.
Off.
What are y'all afraid of? Are y'all afraid to come up here? You got 44 followers. Just come on up here and talk to me. Come on up here and talk to me, bro. You already got the invite. Come on up here. Because if y'all can't come up here, if y'all don't come up here, I'm gonna start putting y'all on timeout.
The more notoriety you get, the more eyes you
come
get.
On, Mr. Ray-Bans.
Come. Niggas can't stand the scrutiny.
You got 637 followers. Come on up here. What are you afraid of? You afraid to come up? Y'all afraid to come up, huh? Wow. You come on up here too, son. Come on up here. You come on up here too. Now, come on up here, Mr. Ray-Bans. What do you have to say? I'm lying.
You requesting me? What's up?
No, come on up here. Yeah, I requested. You said I was lying. Come on up here. What is it that I'm lying about the Yamasee? Explain that to me.
You just lie in general.
Come on, tell me. Open up, bro. Open up. What do you have to say?
So what are you? I thought you was African.
Come on up here. Come on up here and talk to me about this, about being indigenous.
I thought you were African.
Tell me a story about you being indigenous. I want to know that.
Tell me your African tribe.
I want you to tell me a story about you being indigenous to this land. Why can't you do that? Okay, you don't have nothing to say. Yeah, I want you to tell me the story of your people, the history of your people of being indigenous to this land.
Okay, they was here before Columbus.
Really? Sure. Okay, who were they? Open up your screen and show us. Can you open up your screen and show us? Or just tell me who were they? What were the names of your people? What were the name of these archaic humans?
Yeah, what was their names? There you go.
The dark-skinned people that were in America.
What were the names of the archaic? What were their names of these archaic humans? Who were these archaic Negroes? Who were they?
I just told you.
No, you ain't told me shit. I'm asking you. You didn't tell me shit. I'm asking you, what were their names?
I just told you a funny looking ass.
You didn't tell me shit. You just said Negro. You just said dark skin. I said, what were their names?
Who was your chief?
Pay attention, Negro. Pay attention, Negro. What were their names? Who were these archaic humans? You can't tell me to get off my life. Get off my life. You ain't told me shit. 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 What indigenous names were it? What were the names of these indigenous people? What were their names?
The dark skin.
No, that ain't a name. That's not a name. I'm talking about what were their names? Were they Folsom and Clovis people? What were they people? What were their names? How did they align with the Folsom and Clovis people?
They was called Black Americans.
No, they were not called Black Americans during the archaic period.
All right, prove that.
They were not no damn Negro. They were not called Black Americans during the archaic period. Do you know how long ago Do you know how long the archaic and lithic periods were? I mean, the archaic periods were? You know how many years ago that was? Between 8,500 and 13,000 years ago. Show me that. Tell me that. What were their names?
Show me.
There was nobody called black people during the archaic and lithic periods, bro.
So they were called Seminoles?
No, they were not. Seminoles didn't even emerge until the late 1700s. No, they were not. Seminoles wasn't even. No. You don't even know what you're talking about. You said I'm like.
That's what I'm saying. So
School me, bro. Come up here and school me.
School me on your Seminoles.
No, I'm trying to, because what you do, you're pushing back. Tell me who the names of these people.
Y'all are the natives, so
you said that your people were already here. You said that they were already here.
Who the Seminoles were natives?
Wait, you said your people were already here. What were their names? Who were they?
Prove your Seminoles are native.
They were not no damn Seminoles here during the archaic periods, bro. I'm part of the Seminoles.
All right, so how are you native then?
Okay. I'm not native.
So what the fuck are you?
No, what do you mean, what am I? Huh? What do you mean, what am I? What the fuck are you?
What does what am I mean?
No, what are you? What are you? No, my question to you. My question to you.
Told you.
What are you? What are you? You ain't told me shit because you can't even prove who you are. You can't even prove who you are. That's the thing. You can't even prove who you are. That's the funny part about it. You can't even prove who you are. You can't even prove who you are, bro. You can't even prove who you have no history. You have no recollection of who your people are. You don't even know who your people are. That's what makes it so unique and interesting about you. Seminole. No, want to be Seminole? I have a tribal card ID, son. I have a tribal ID. I'm a member of a federally recognized member of a tribe. What are you? What are you? What are you? You claim to be indigenous. You claim to be indigenous to this land. Who are your people? Tell us a war. Tell us a story. Tell me a story of your people, son. Come on, I'm all ears.
Tell me a story of your fake ass people.
No. Don't answer question with the question. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all answer questions with questions. That's what makes it so entertaining with y'all. Answer my question.
Story.
Tell me a story of your.
This is Dean Gullah Maroon. He's live on TikTok right now. Enjoying the conversation if you care to. Anybody that got issues with what's being said, you can go right on TikTok now and address this brother. He's cooking right now.
Tell me the story, the name of your people of being here during the archaic periods. Open up your mic.
Fucking crying, I can say something.
Tell me your people. Tell me your people. Tell me your people. Tell me your people. You got the opportunity to open up and tell me.
Our people are the people your people trying to be like.
Tell me who these people were, bro.
I told you.
You ain't told me shit. All you doing is just running your mouth. You're freestyling. Tell me the story of your people. What were the names of your people? What were the names of your people? What were the names of your archaic ancestors?
Americans, Black Americans.
Black Americans here was here doing. They were called Black Americans during the archaic periods, right? They were called Black Americans, right? Is that what you're trying to say? They were called Black Americans. Who gave them that name?
Black Americans.
Exactly. They were not called Black Americans.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. What were the names?
I'll say that. All right, dark-skinned people that were in America. Is that better?
Okay, well, who were they? Who were the inhabitants? What were the names?
Whatever name I say, you're gonna say is wrong.
Whatever name you said. No, you got to be more specific, bro. You have to be more specific.
That's being specific.
That ain't being specific. That is not being specific. That is not being specific.
All right, back then they went by their like family life.
Really. Okay, well, tell me something. Tell me something. What
you just laughing, you ain't said shit.
Tell me something.
Why don't you shut up?
Tell me something, bro. What indigenous war did your people participate in?
Why are you calling me African?
Are you? I said, are you?
Why is America Mexican?
Hold on, Ashton.
Why you don't want to answer the question?
Ray-Ban. What indigenous war did your people participate in?
What war did you participate in that made
My
up shit?
people participated in the Seminole War. My people participated in 2 of the 3 Seminole Wars. What was the name of your war?
What happened to y'all?
What was the name of your people? What was the name of your war that your people participated in?
Don't exist
what was the name of your people? What was the name of the war that your people participated in? Don't answer question with the question. What was the name of the war that what was the name of the war? What was the name of the war that your people
We wasn't in y'all bullshit
What was
wars.
the name of your What was the name of the war that your people participated in, bro? Because if you can't answer the question, I'm going to throw you off this live.
Throw me there. Throw me out, bitch ass
Because
nigga.
all you're doing is just coming up here freestyling. You're freestyling. You can't even answer my question. You know what, son? You are caught up in what they call the sweat box.
No, you don't know
I
what
got
you're
you in the
talking
sweat
about.
box. I got you in the sweat box, and you can't even get out of it.
You
You can't
yelling.
even get out of it. You can't even get out of it.
Yo, what's good? Yeah, I'm on a live right now. What's good? I'll meet you right back. You good?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you something.
All right, I'll meet you right back.
No, you need to tell us
You
who
wait
you
until I
are.
got dropped and you start running your mouth.
What was the name of this indigenous war that your
Soft
people
ass, man. You soft as
participated in?
shit.
What was the name of the war? What was the name of the indigenous war?
What's the
Tell
name
me.
of your war?
I just told you earlier. Didn't I just tell you the
No,
Seminole,
you
the
didn't.
23rd Seminole
Tell
War?
me now. I didn't
told
hear
you that. I
did
told
tell
you
me.
that.
You had a
You're
cheerleader.
not listening. You are not listening.
Tell your
That's
little
what's
girlfriend
wrong.
to hush.
Y'all don't listen too well. Did you pay attention in school? Did you pay attention in school, son? Did you pay attention in school?
Tell your girlfriend to stop interrupting.
What was the name of the indigenous war that your people participate in? Since your people are already here.
Bro,
I'd like to know which one of those indigenous
tell
wars.
me yours again. I
No, I
didn't
just
hear you.
asked you. I'm asking you. Come on. You're not gonna come up here and freestyle, bro. If you can't answer my question, get the fuck
I ain't
off.
even said.
I'm asking you a question. I'm gonna ask you this one more time. I'm gonna ask you one more time. What was the name of this indigenous war that your people participated in?
All right, our war was fuck your old ass, nigga.
Okay.
What you talking
Goodness, brother. What, really? If it had to
No.
be that
Let him go ahead because they know that I won. He know that I already won. I beat him at the punch. I beat people like him at the punch. They know they can't. They can't get to it. They know that.
It's like, whenever they keep saying
I
certain
told y'all, when I
things.
put these people in the sweat box, all they do is choke up in the sweat box, man.
Yeah,
They always claim that our people was here. I was telling a lie, but yet and still he could not come up here and debunk me. He could not come up here and tell us the story of his people.
He couldn't. He couldn't tell a story. All he had to do was just say the same stuff over and over and over.
They always do this shit.
Mm-hmm. And you saw how he was trying to say I'm African and stuff. Like, okay, what does that mean?
His people were already here. They would. Hey, he should know that if his people were already here, they should have a story to tell.
You should have a story to tell. That's right. You should have a story to tell. But you saw how he was making them insults on me when I was trying to say, okay. He said, "Are you African?" Like, what's that?
No. And what's funny about it? He's sitting up in the live. So right now, I'm gonna block him from. I'm gonna keep him off this. I'm just gonna block him from this.
He said, "Oh, you didn't let me talk." How he did let you talk?
Yeah, he did let you talk, right?
I asked him over and over, and he still yet couldn't answer my question.
Right.
I told him I was gonna let him have the. I was gonna let him have the mic, and what did he do? He could not.
He
couldn't answer. Nothing. Just kept saying the same thing over and over, and then he kept saying dark skin this, dark skin that,
and over and over.
And then he kept saying Black Americans. I'm like, how were they called Black Americans back in that time period?
Black Americans during the archaic period.
You know what? So he want to sit there and say all that. Okay. In order for you to decide that you think that you want to come back up, you will have to apologize to the host by calling him.
No. I ain't gonna he doesn't have to apologize. He needs to come up here and come correct. He needs to come up here.
I understand that, but still, he has to learn to respect what how you feel and all that too about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come up here and then start acting childish and calling people names and stuff. Come on,
he claimed that I was initially. He said I was lying. So I thought maybe he would come up here and school me, come up here and debunk me and educate me.
So on the comment section, he said you're biased and everything. Well, all the shit that you're saying is
biased against what?
Right? What's he biased against?
Because he's trying to say that we are from this land. Dude, I have mega proof that I could prove to that guy that we ain't not from this land.
Exactly.
But I got all the evidence. But the point is, he ain't gonna have none of the evidence because the long as he's been up here, he have not proved anything.
Yeah, so just the only thing he can prove is the claim. That's the only thing he can prove. If you want to call that proof.
Yep. No. Hey, bro, I'm gonna let you back up.
You know, it's crazy. Everybody's just repeating what they heard from other people.
Hold on, Jay. Jay, I'm gonna let this piece of crap come back
let
up
me see
here.
his evidence.
So I want you to come up here instead of you coming up here throwing shots, or what do? You disrespect people.
You did that first, bro.
No. I don't care. This is my live, bro.
All right, then. So you can't be disrespectful.
All right. Well, I asked you over and over and over. I have been asking you over and over and over to show us who these archaic ancestors of yours of being here. Tell us. Why don't you tell us? You keep claiming that they was Black Americans, Black African, what are Black Americans? What were the names there, son, during the archaic periods? What were the names?
They were dark-skinned people in America.
Now, wait a minute. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, we heard it.
Exactly. Now, that's still not answering my question. They were dark-skinned people. What were the names of these dark-skinned people?
No, hope and prayer. Let me hear your evidence.
What were the names of these dark-skinned people?
Where's your evidence that they were dark-skinned people in the Americas?
So there wasn't never dark-skinned people in
I want
America?
to know the names of these dark-skinned people.
Are you saying there wasn't?
No. I want to know the names of these dark-skinned people. Who were they?
So you saying there wasn't?
No, listen to me, bro. Listen to me. What were the names of these dark-skinned people?
So you saying there wasn't, though?
I'm asking you, what were the names of these dark-skinned people? One more time. One more and last final time.
I told you already. You didn't like my answer.
I said, what were the names of these dark-skinned people?
You didn't like my answer, bro.
What were the names of these dark-skinned people?
Answer.
Okay.
Just
you can't answer the question. You out of here, bro. I tried to give him the answer. I gave him the opportunity to tell me what were the names of these dark-skinned people. They never
keep saying the same thing over and over and over again.
They can never answer the question.
Never gonna answer the question exactly. And he kept saying there were dark-skinned people in the Americas. I'm like, okay.
You know what? Also, there were brown-skinned people that was here too. But guess what their names were? Folsom and Clovis people.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
They were brown-skinned people. They were brown-skinned melanated people. They were called Clovis and Folsom people. Mm-hmm. Like the out of Africa people that went into Europe, they were called Grimaldi. They were called the Grimaldi people into Europe. One of the first people out of Africa, they were called the Grimaldi people. Like the Khoisan, they were called the Khoisans in Africa. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You see what I'm saying with these people, man?
Yeah, right now you're saying that where's your proof?
I think
you don't have no proof of what you're saying.
But they are so mad that they don't want to claim where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand is we are not from this land. We don't even know this land.
No, we don't. We're not from this land whatsoever.
Right. And see, when I get mad about and I get upset about is when they sit there and see, I believe in the Bible and everything.
I get it.
If you say we all never got trans over here, that means that the Bible don't.
Yeah, he's cutting in and out. Whoever this dude is, we don't really need to hear all that. It's the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Find itself, and they don't realize.
So, once again, this is Dean. It's on TikTok. He was going in. It's like this video I've been working on. And he pretty much addressed much of what is in the video. Now, I haven't wanted to address that issue because, I have respect for certain people. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers keep pushing. Like it be little shots that get taken unless you really know what's going on You don't know when shots is being directed in it, you know what I'm saying, in a certain direction. So, you know what I mean? I tried to listen to that little dumbass interview. That shit was frustrating. Like, motherfuckers is playing this emotion. They playing into people's emotions, trying to get people stirred up. I just hear all that type of shit going on. But, you know, when we got real accomplishments happening, and people really doing things, and I see what the conversations in terms of this subject matter, I see the direction, and I see, you know what I mean, this bullshit. And once again, like I said, we gonna do what we do. We, you know what I mean? People that's being progressive, like that's gonna continue. But what's happening is you got people who's looking for some guidance, and they being misled, and it's causing an issue for sincere people. So this brother's on here addressing Chief Sekou. Now, me myself, I've been quiet on the subject. Like I said, I feel like motherfuckers be taking shots. So I got something in the chamber ready to go. You know what I mean? They're ready to go. Ugly shit, paperwork, all types of shit. Motherfuckers know how I get down. And but you know, it's talk around town.
From Africa, what tribe? Negroes, show us that your people are here in the Americas pre-Columbian era. That's what the whole
that's what I was gonna show. That's what I was gonna show you. You sitting there talking about something. What the proof you got that we not from here? I was gonna show him. There's a land over there called Negro.
Because he's talking about his genetics. He's saying he's African. He has African genetics. You can be from America, but your genetics, that's what he's saying. What is confusing? How can you claim to be Indian card carrying because he's a Seminole? Meaning he's a, like, that's the whole story. This the thing. You got Seminole, like, I don't know how y'all are missing it. Seminole means runaway. Why did these people run away? Why did the Creeks run away? Because that's who the Seminoles are, the Creeks. So why did the Creeks run away? And who they run away with? Why'd they run away? Because the Ups were being slaughtered by the lower Creeks along with the Cherokee and the United States government. See what I'm saying? So the Upper Creeks fled into Florida, which is New Spain. The term in Spain is Seminole. That's who the Seminoles are, the people that fled there. See? So, who is he? He's obviously one of those people who were Africans as well as actual Creek Indians who weren't with this slavery shit. They were the northern communities. The southern communities were slavery. All the prominent leaders that you learn about, Alexander McGilvery and Osceola, those was all Upper Creek people. That's why they were sympathetic towards Africans. Like, so he is an actual card-carrying Seminole, part of the Seminole Nation, but he's of African descent. Because that's what was really going on. And that's why you have multiple groups of Seminoles, some that are actual Indians and some that are Africans and some that are mixed. And even back then they had different villages. Like I've shown the video many a time of a real representative of the Creek Nation speaking on what was going on and why there was a civil war amongst the Creek Indians. And the war was over, the civil war amongst the Creek was over not wanting to adopt colonial ways. The northern Creek communities wasn't with that shit. The southern Creek communities were. That's where you get the Battle of Horseshoe Bend. That was one of those battles that took place. So, man, this is a brother that knows the truth. He's tired of hearing people lie on shit, especially his people.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Or you not listen to me, Negro.
Yes,
You're lying.
Negro.
You're lying because you don't even either you don't know anything about geography or you just
I just told your dumbass I'm just saying anything.
Okay, you're saying anything? Well, get off my live then. Get off my live if you're saying anything. This will be the last time you come up here, bro.
He said he wanted. Hold on. He said he wanted.
Y'all want to hear him?
Hold on. He said he wanted proof. Hey, brother.
Yeah, let him talk.
Listen. I can help you if you want the proof. I can help you get.
That's what I said. I'm trying to hear what you got to say. Go ahead.
Hold on.
No,
Now,
he want him what I have to say because I'm a fact checking.
Yeah, for you to sit here and say.
I got him said he was asking about
You don't even know what
I'm gonna show you where that N-word come from. That N-word come from this land right here. I'm gonna show you where it comes from, so you will get to understand why you always say that N-word all the time, because that's where we came from. Hold on. They have a land called Negro land. If you look it up, you will find it. This is where we came from. It's a land. It's Canaan. Land of Canaan, land of Negro. We all came from there. That's why you always saying the N-word all the time to your other brothers and everything.
That's that biblical dude. Yeah. It's a biblical guy.
This is where we came from. But you don't want to accept it because you don't want to do no research. Just do the research.
That's where you from.
No, you are from there too. You don't want to
you're from Africa also, brother. Like all the rest of us.
You got to understand something.
Both y'all live in Africa right now.
But
Since you think I'm from Africa, what part of Africa I'm from then?
Yeah, he's saying say who not real. That's what he's saying.
So y'all telling me y'all both live in Africa right now?
No, listen.
And I got paperwork, court case, pretty much says the same thing. But that's another story. How about that?
Yeah, we hear what you're saying.
Okay. Same thing you telling me.
Hold on, bro. Now, here's the thing. You want to know every little detail about Africa, where we're from in Africa, our ancestors. Well, I want to know every little detail about where you're from in the Americas.
See how that works?
Yeah, that's working very fast because I've been asking you for the longest.
Yeah, that's just a random call.
Yeah, you don't have proof that they're from here.
So this guy is on TikTok and he's addressing abos. The different random callers that are joining him, they have their own perspective. It's not a collective. This one man, Dean Gullah, Maroon, he's a Seminole, part of the Seminole Nation. He keep it 100. He know his information. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've heard him say out of his mouth has been right and exact. And he don't exaggerate. I've been listening to him for a while. I check him out for a while. The person who believes in Israelites is just a random person that called in. This is TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So you can't hold him accountable for a random person's, you know what I'm saying?
Because what they do right now, what he's doing, hold on, y'all. What he's doing, he's freestyling. He wants buy into this, y'all.
Yeah, I know that, but
don't buy into this guy. Don't buy into this.
I know when you sit there and say, "Oh, well, why don't you speak like?" Because we've been living.
Yeah, at this point,
this phony stuff that they giving us too. That's why we don't
say that. Then it's wrong, but y'all can say that.
Okay, but hey, I did my blood.
At this point, I fell back from everybody. because mad people are starting to reveal themselves. It's all types of shit I'm seeing out here. So yeah, we good. We on some grassroots shit right now. You know what I'm saying? We back in the streets.
If they erased everything, you just contradicted yourself, bro. How is it that wait a minute? You claim that they erased everything. How is it that your people are already here now? Make that make sense, bro.
Are you trying to put it back on me? No. See, I did my DNA. I did my DNA 3 times and found out who my people was, and then I went to go see them. See, I travel. You know, I travel all over the world.
All right, so speak some Igbo right now.
No. You're gonna hear me right quick. I went to go see my people, and they accepted me in. I did every tribe. I don't have to talk like them because they took that from me. Then they took that from my ancestors and made us start talking in English.
Wait a minute.
Why they ain't teaching you right now?
Hold, listener, bro. Hold on. Hey, Ray-Ban, let me hear you speak your tribal language, your indigenous language that your people are already.
I'm speaking it right now. Genius.
Really? So you're claiming that English? So you're saying that English is an indigenous language?
Bro, you a cheerleader. Shut up.
You're saying that English is an
Shut up and answer this question.
Hey, you told me to remove you, bro.
This is why I can't really have these conversations with these people. I can listen and like be amused. You know what I'm saying? But it's nonsense. It's like they have no answers and they just want to get you frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And it's disappointing. It's disappointing to see somebody who I respected at one point. Like I can see it now. I couldn't see it before, but I can see it now. Like it's real obvious to me. Like I said, I seen some paperwork, some shit from back in the day, and even like based on what I seen paperwork wise, what was going on in 2013, 14. He didn't have the type of knowledge he's supposed to have. It wasn't being demonstrated in the paperwork. Then I learned some other things about it, and just the whole situation is very disappointing. Personally, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, so but I don't have to have these conversations because so many other people are having them. So I can sit back and listen to the key points. So I got a video chain, but I got something locked and loaded. So in case my name come the fuck up. But shit's ugly. Shit's ugly out here. Motherfuckers getting desperate for wins. I ain't seeing no wins and shit. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seeing nothing, man. I ain't seen nothing from nobody. Motherfuckers feel like they in the hot seat or something. I don't know.
Flash sale, you can see how good the quality is on this thing. It has the remote, so you can do everything.
At least the ones I know. This other card said something about let that shit go. That's a different looking tree too. That tree there look like it's got a whole bunch of deep, extra deep vines.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they be doing. Yeah, I heard a whole lot of questionable shit being talked about in this motherfucking interview. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here though. Just jumped on because I heard this interview. I heard this conversation. Thought I'd share a little bit of it. Actually, I thought I'd document it. I thought he was gonna go in, but by the time I started by the time I started playing it or recording it, he had already said all the things he had to say. But yeah, I'm sure this conversation will continue. Y'all gotta do your homework out there. Gotta do your homework. Niggas is getting sloppy. Technology is improving. Access is, people are getting a hold of more and more information. Man. Yeah. Motherfuckers is digging your shit up. So the grift is getting a little more stickier. You know what I'm saying? Grift is getting a little more stickier, bro. If you got shit on you, them bones are starting to pop out them closets. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of paperwork on niggas. Different niggas. All these niggas. I made it a point to look into who people are just from a public record standpoint. Like, who are these people that have captivated masses with this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And all these motherfuckers got paperwork. It's crazy. I'm like, damn. Ain't a premium on being a good person no more. That shit don't mean nothing. But yeah, a lot of fraudulent shit. Like it's an epidemic in the Black community. It's an epidemic in the It's an epidemic in the melanated community, the 9-ether community. Yeah. Niggas is crapping out. Niggas is playing 3-card mono. Niggas keep picking the wrong card. I'm about to get out of here, though. So y'all have a good, I guess it's Friday. Y'all have a good weekend. I might pop back later, try and get back into going live and shit. Working on getting my interface cleaned up so I can do some things. Yeah, no. So until then, I keep tinkering around with my equipment. Got to download a few more programs, and then I think I'm gonna have some fun. Got a couple of documentaries and films. Working on this dope film. This film. See that shit like that. I would like to definitely show that little piece I got. I ain't ready to though, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff privated because the niggas was like that Harriet Tubman video. That's the video that nigga was trying to flag me on. See, niggas on that motherfuckers tried to take my channel. Niggas tried to take Turtle Gang's channel. Yeah, they went hard on me. All them motherfuckers. It was a clan. It was a conspiracy against me. All them motherfuckers came together like Voltron, trying to take my channel out. They wanted to erase my history and shit. Yeah, nah, that shit real, bro. That motherfuckers had me on like 2 strikes, like a whole year. That's why I'm like, yeah, I let these niggas. See, my thing is you could just be patient. You know what I mean? Because motherfucker ain't right, gonna unravel. If you ain't right, you gonna own things for the right reasons. Your shit will unravel. I should stand the test of time and shit. So I'm good. Like motherfuckers don't get it. Like I move. I feel like I ain't gonna say I feel invincible, but I feel like I'm at peace. Like shit. You know what I'm saying? I know I moved the right way. You try to share that shit with motherfuckers to show people how to really get down, how to really make moves. Like, man. Shout out to Two Hawks. That brother is incredible. I don't know why motherfuckers ain't talking about him. That's the nigga people need to be talking about. Two Hawks. That's who people need to be supporting. That motherfucker shine bright, bro. Not like I don't get it. This other shit. These motherfuckers that come up here and stir your emotions, get you all wound up and shit, hoping you gonna run out and do something. If they ain't about to do it, them niggas, yo, motherfuckers love them niggas. Love the preacher, man. Get up and tell you how you been wronged and shit. Motherfuckers trying to get you all crazy and wound up. So you go do something. Create a situation that they can prosper off of. That's how this shit work. That's how all this shit work. Con and shit. Grifter shit. It's grifting. Niggas be grifting. See if this will come up.
Right? So when you go even deeper and you start looking into the Department of Interior, you start looking at the identities of the Creek people and those who are identified as Creek, they were mostly all identified as Negroes.
I'm a descendant of Fish Pond and other Upper Creek towns. My mom used to explain family oral history, stating that when our family and other Creeks would raid slave owners, we would give freed slaves three options. One, receive our assistance for passage to the north. Two, live among us and with us. Or three, join an autonomous Black community within the larger Muskogee world.
And they talk about that Negro element that controlled the Creek nation.
Or three, join an autonomous Black community within the larger Muskogee world. Join an autonomous Black community within the larger Muskogee world.
Why has Mr. Donald Franklin, whom y'all call... That's the video. I ain't I'm gonna put it out soon. But yeah, listen. Why has nobody explained that to all these people? Huh? Why ain't none of these so-called I'm Creek, I'm this, I'm that? Why y'all ain't explain to us the real nuances of all this shit? See, I fell back because it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna speak about my people. I'm not gonna fringe on other people's shit, right? But don't think I can't motherfucking go get this information. As if I don't got a vested interest, like as if my grandmother, my father's mother, like their whole history mirrors Creek history. Like I ain't went down a rabbit hole on that shit. Ain't about to do that. I'm good. I got what I got. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I spoke to my people, my family, they said that, yeah, the Branhams are Indian, African, and I guess they said white. And they said our Indian ancestors are from Georgia. And that most of our family migrated from Georgia to Florida. The grandfather, he's the only one that came to Philadelphia. My grandmother's father came to Philadelphia. And that's how that line of Branhams got up north. The rest of them, which are 13 other brothers and sisters, going back to my great grandfather, he was one of the 13. And him and his like 6 or 7 kids came to Jersey, and the other 12 siblings and all them went to Florida. They're in North Florida. So I got a large, and that's who contacted me on Facebook to send me my information from that side. They sent me pictures and everything. So they was mixed Black and Indian from Georgia. So I'm like, yeah, that sound like the Creek. That sound like Creeks to me. Now I haven't gone down the rabbit hole to verify that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know the history of those people. Man, we all mix. It's just a matter of what community you identify with. That's what we've been trying to tell people for a long time. It's about like what really it's about what community, because it's your community that you come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from a community that's a historical, native community. One of the last in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that I'm no full blood. It's that my community, this is our history. This is what we was proud of. This is how we identify. You know what I'm saying? All this journey has forced us to really understand it so we can self-define and identify ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a point in time where I didn't want to be called, I just was lenape. Like, why we gotta be Afro lenape or afro-indigenous, or why we gotta, why can't we just be lenape? You know what I'm saying? This time it was like that. But now I'm like, I get it. I get it, especially now with everybody trying to blur the lines and shit. I get it. And it don't matter to me because I identify with a community. You know what I'm saying? And like last week, Tuesday, we was at this public library. And we speaking in front of all these people now. Well, I'm from Monmouth County, that shit. Jersey is Democratic, but it's 2 counties in Jersey that's Republican. And that's Monmouth County and motherfucking Ocean County. And they both right on the water. It's the water. This the Jersey Shore. So it's money out there. So I'm looking at all these women and shit. I'm like, yeah, they all voted for Trump, all these women. Like it was that type of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might not have, I don't know. But yeah, the demographic was not the usual demographic that I'm used to speaking to. But by the end of that night, then women wanted to start a grassroots organization. They want to create a website, all types of shit. Like they want to rally behind what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they see the value in it. Yeah, so that's the opportunities we see, and along with making these films, and now being able to really tie ourselves into the local agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we work. That's what we working at right now. We're not worried about policing everybody out here. This shit is interesting. It's funny. I think by now, I would think that after 5-10 years of hearing somebody talk, if you ain't seen, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I've been hearing you talk about things for years, but let's see some fruits. You know what I'm saying? Let's see some fruits from the tree. Let's see something, you know what I'm saying, that you developed. So I'm looking at the shit we doing. I'm looking at how Two Hawks is moving. I'm looking at how Chief Eagle Elk is moving. You know what I'm saying? Looking at how my bros up at the Andre is moving, at the Nipmunk, how the Shinnecock is moving. I'm looking at how all these people are improving, how the Nanticoke, how they growing, the Ramapo, they you know what I'm saying, they growing. And we all at different stages, but everybody's growing. So, you know what I mean? Whatever shit we got to iron out, eventually that shit's going to have to be ironed out. You know what I'm saying? My cousin was at shout out to Silent Hawk. He was at he attended a showing of a documentary we did it around COVID time. So that shit kind of got you know, COVID changed everything. But it was a documentary it was called Entwined or Entwined. It was talking about, you know, the struggle and how African Americans and Native Americans in Monmouth County came together. So of course they had Miss Claire Garland, who was actually a distant cousin of mine. And they had myself and Silent Hawk featured in the documentary. So they did a showing of it today. Was it today? Yeah, today. They did a showing of it today. I couldn't make it. Silent Hawk went. He was asked to come up and speak. They asked him questions about the language. And he actually speaks both dialects. He actually speaks two dialects of Lenape. He speaks, when I say speak, you know, I mean, obviously it's not 100% fluid or nothing, but it's as well as anybody you're going to hear speak it. He speaks the Muncie and the Unami. So, you know, they asked a lot of questions about the language, and he taught a little bit at the class. I mean, at the, you know, after they watched the documentary, and, you know, went real well. You know what I mean? Every time we go out there and we share our history and our truth and our realities with people, it opens more doors. So, you know, more opportunities will present themselves for Silent Hawk. You know what I'm saying? For him to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Greetings, Big Pontiac. Peace. So, yeah, we just trucking along, man. We moving forward. Like I said, you know, I pop in every now and then and listen to the little debate, not the really debates. I be listening to the recaps. You know, find it funny, amusing. I can't, you know, I'm not trying to be hunting these niggas down. Stay out of it. But I do got some things lined up just in case motherfucking shit get ugly. I got a perspective. I got, you know what I mean? I got some shit. Like, that's why motherfuckers don't want to have these conversations with me, because questions that I know to ask. See, motherfuckers don't know what questions to ask or what positions to take. You know, like the bro said, why ain't nobody been teaching about these civil wars and the divide that was going on in the Creek Nation over slavery? How was people allowing somebody to say he is a descendant of Chief Wanaluska and not finding out what Chief Wanaluska's position was in terms of slavery? You know what I'm saying? You got people claiming to be people who are actual slave owners. Like, claiming it's crazy. And it's like, you know, I'm trying to respect shit. I'm like, who am I to question who people say they are, right? Who am I? That shit just, I say it all come out in the wash, right? It all come out in the wash. I'd be a little disappointed in shit. Like, damn, I thought motherfuckers were sincere. Motherfuckers just be straight con men. Crazy. Straight con men. Straight comment. It's that time. Peace to comment. Peace to the know nothings. Have a good night.